Hey everyone, Nico here, welcome back to my channel, and this is a new episode of Road to Top 100 as we reached Master a couple of days ago. Now we're top 115 because one game that I haven't recorded yesterday, we lost it quite miserably, and I mean in the end thankfully it wasn't like successful recording. Somehow again got corrupted, which is a bit annoying, and I'll try to look into that, but it was, let's say, not the worst game to end up being corrupted given the result, because we played Yuna and finished 4th quite miserably. And here we are again, player 1. Not a big fan of that, so let's have a look at the decks. Not too bad. And the row, ooh, oh, that's quite a good row. Expensive cards, but good ones. Web of Power usually leads to an early reveal from someone, so let's see if that will happen again. Do we have actually something that we could snatch maybe with Armand? Fredaikin, Death Commando, not the greatest to snatch, but it could be a good... Yeah, I think we can go with Armand. We can try that. Let's just hope we have a yellow access. Yesterday, I mean, that game with Yuna was literally the worst in terms of hands. It was crazy. Nothing went in our direction. Everything that could go wrong was going wrong, so I hope for a bit of a better outcome today. But regardless, I'm stoked playing here again for a top 100, hopefully. I mean, we probably won't make it today anyways, even if we win it, we probably reach maybe 105 or so, but just a game or two, and we should be able to make it, hopefully. End of the season is close, so we don't have that much time anymore, neither. Okay, that is awesome. Someone preventing Baron to go there, especially when the conflict has a first bump here as a first reward. That is a cheat code for Baron, because that basically means he can have both level 2 in Spacing Guild and Fremen after round 1, which is just insane. Thinking of maybe giving up on coordination this round, because playing Sikh allies would allow us to have 4 persuasion, and I feel like there, I mean, Web of Power obviously, but Siege Reverend Mother is also quite a good card to have for 4, and I wouldn't see 2 of my opponents doing an early reveal, so worst case, even if Web of Power is taken, I kinda see the value in getting Web of Siege Reverend Mother over trashing something. Especially given we have no dagger here. We could trash a Reconnaissance or a Dune, but I'm not as in a hurry to do that. I think right now we could just go for a couple of Solari or a bit of water. Yeah, let's go for Solari. Probably taking the one that costs 1, artillery. Would make sense as Vernius. Oh no, he's taking a negotiator. Interesting. Alright, because he just buys it, but that makes no sense. Because he would have had it for free anyway, so now he spent... Ah no, yeah, both come to the same in the end, yeah. I guess. No, no. In the end, if he played it the right way, he should get it for free thanks to tech negotiation and get one negotiator with his signet ability. And right now he basically spent the negotiator he earned here to buy a tech with his signet ability. So that was all the wrong way. So is Memnon revealing early? He isn't. So we will definitely go for a web of power. So that's what makes most sense here. Although as Armand, we don't have strong incentive obviously to go for early faction friendships, but that reveal will help us first of all, and I'm quite hopeful we will get our Swordmaster not too late. Hopefully they let us one smuggling in the next 2 rounds, and that should be enough for us. Huh, no daggers, so they're level. But only Memnon has an intrigue card, so if that's an ambush would be quite cool for us if he plays it. Would mean no one gets a bump in influence. Does not seem to be the case. Or at least he didn't see the value in doing that, which I can understand. There is still the Fedaykin Death Commando that we could snatch with the signet ring if we'd like. Could also take a spy smuggler or space travel. Maybe a spy smuggler could make sense. For some extra Solari, a bump with the Spacing Guild at some point. Yeah. Interesting. I would have expected Baron to trigger his Master Stroke with Hardy Warriors, but he decided to rather go for the force base there. Oh, that is quite unexpected. We get smuggling. That's awesome. That is really so valuable, especially as Armand. Being able to get Swordmaster round 2 is awesome. Then we can play Diplomacy as third agent. It's gonna be so useful for us. Yeah, I think we go for Spy Smugglers. Yeah, let's do it. With Armand, basically, I like everything that gives bumps in influence without necessarily having to go there. I feel like it's quite an optimized way of playing with him. I mean, for sure it's a memo quarter here. Not exactly. No? Really playing completely differently from what I would expect. Because he had the spice here, he could have voted. Not sure I understand that. I would have liked getting Hardy Warriors with my third agent. Because that was my only way of joining the conflict. But it seems, I mean, we won't complain, we still have Soulmaster round 2, which is awesome, but let's say as a perfectionist I would have liked my plan to hold up to the end, but it's okay. We won't complain too much about that. Yeah, basically our only play that we can make if it's still open is Diplomacy to Secrets. Given Dagger, we don't have any Solari for any of that. And the other spots cost Spice, which we don't have. That's a Smuggler's Optor for Baron, most likely, given where he is here, and he definitely likes yellow spaces right now, given his monopoly of interstellar shipping. So it makes total sense. Let's not overthink that, especially when we have nothing else to do. Finesse, that can be cool. We could surprise Baron at some point for a potential interstellar shipping if he's too confident about it. So we take a liaison and we trash a dagger. That's a net +2 persuasion in our deck, which is awesome. Both Vernius and Memnon made some interesting choices in terms of influence scales. Vernius round 1 chose Fremen, which is not like the most surprising, but Memnon right now going here is quite unconventional, and what I'm not a big fan of is it means Baron has quite a couple of free moves to interstellar shipping, unless we pick some spies, or we actually might be able to go to full space with diplomacy, and then we would have a free shot at interstellar shipping for 2 rounds in a row, thanks to finesse. Yeah, Baron taking the memo quarters that Vernius should have bought, to be fair, but it seems he likes saving his negotiators for something. Maybe for a detonation device. Ah, no, it's not here actually, no, it's a training drones. Yeah, not quite sure what that was for. It's actually not a bad idea. Haga Basin could be quite interesting to us. And we could actually then just play Spy Smugglers in case full space is taken by then. I think I like that play a bit more. Let's do this. No one even close to the Swordmaster, so we should be last to play. We don't really need to commit any units yet. And we might not even need to use Finesse for level 2 here. If full space remains empty, we could do that and then Spy Smugglers to Kartag or Arakin if it's still open. In terms of tax, Spy Satellites is obviously a very powerful one, but actually it could be something we would see ourselves purchasing maybe if by the time we go a second time to shipping, when our first round comes, by then we might be able to do it. Although I mean, these are in the end just half there, but let's see. I mean, even if you progress enough to have the friendship with everyone, you can always trash it for 3 spies and against 3 spies and get a victory point out of it. Yeah, true. Quite surprising that he gives up on shipping there. Random game. So given both Kartag and Arakin are open, we will favor Fold Space first and play Spy Smugglers afterwards. How did that happen? The bump over there? Oh yeah, no, from this. But he played the card before taking the last effect. Okay, but playing that. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he was at 4 in 3 cards. Can't understand it. But now it means two people have 1 agent left, so I might actually need to first do Spy Smugglers just to be sure we can play 1 last agent, because otherwise, given we only have 2 city access from there, we might not be in a position to do so. So let's do this. And Baron is at 8. Private army, I don't see the value there. Let's just send in 1 troop and bet on either Vernius or Menmon not getting in the conflict. Or, I mean, we could also play diplomacy to steal suits, for instance. Or not, given what Vernius is doing. A smart work over Worm Riders is interesting. I mean, it can be a play. I don't say it's bad, but I think I would have favored the potential, the combat potential of a Worm Riders. Anyways. Oh, okay, Menmon. That was a good play. Yeah, for sure. He was able to pick up his Swordmaster thanks to the agent he recalled. No, let's go to full space. And we should be, yes, we have 2 yellow accesses, so 100% we have 1 access to shipping next round. Probably gonna compete with Baron, is my guess. Wouldn't be surprised if he sends in 3 troops. Zero troops, okay. Interesting. So let's trash reconnaissance. And I think space travel for the persuasion and the faction access, although we have 2 now with the spacing guild. So it's maybe not the best. Bene Gesserit initiate, or I think we'd rather go for a liaison for the persuasion there. Basically spent charisma to just buy an Arrakis liaison on top of the firm grip he wanted, which I wouldn't agree with, to be fair. It's definitely something I would rather use to get a spice flow a bit later in the game. I mean, it depends on what kind of intrigue cards he has, and maybe he sees himself go, I don't know, to secrets next round. If it's part of, let's say, a bigger picture, it could still be defended to burn the card, basically, but overall, I'm not sure I fully agree with what just happened. So our first agent is quite obvious one. Then, I mean, I would hope that someone gives us a Solari by recalling their agent here. I mean, their pawn from the shipping track, I guess, because that would give us the High Council. Otherwise, I guess it would be a Dreadnought, which is not the worst neither, but I would prefer a High Council right now. So now it's probably a spy satellite, or... Yes, okay. Oh, a shuttle fleet. Wouldn't be a bad one for us, but we don't have the spice. But we could pick it up next round actually, if it's still there. That is probably going to be a Solari for us, and probably Baron Swordmaster this round. Nice. So it will be High Council. That should give us hopefully power play, depending on what Menman has. And Vernius actually, because he's gonna end this round with 2 agents most likely. But hopefully we will get power play. That's typically a very powerful card for everyone, but also just in the spirit to minimize our agent turns to factions. That's obviously a very valuable one. And our last agent could be a liaison to card tag probably. Let's keep our signaturing for next round. That grants us for sure an access to shipping. Detonation device popped up. Card tag taken. We could go to tech negotiation potentially. It would grant us a discount for next round, but I'm not sure I want to do that. Maybe we just reveal early to make sure we get power play, because I feel like that could be more valuable than just... Because right now technically that extra persuasion doesn't give us anything, puts us at 6 instead of 5, and all in all it will just grant us a discount on next turn's purchase, so it saves us 1 spice, but I prefer getting certainty over having power play. Yeah, let's do it. Not a big fan of revealing early, but sometimes it has to be done. Let's take it with Emperor, because I'm not sure we will necessarily go back there, whereas quite sure Fremen we will want to go there to fight at the same time, so I see more value in going there potentially. So let's trash a dagger. We have already almost everything we want from there, maybe just a dreadnought and then we should be good. Power play for sure. Oh, another one popped up. Okay, that means our early reveal might have lost a bit of its value, but so be it. We couldn't know that, obviously. Very low probability. Our deck takes a nice shape, I like. Fault space here, diplomacy, power play, obviously will be valuable to just get those last few bumps we need with the influences, with the alliances. Especially here we need at least 2. Here at least one, but ideally we snatch that alliance. I see ourselves potentially going for that. So maybe we take the bump that we will get thanks to the shipping track with the Bene Gesserit, and power play can be played once to secrets, probably because we won't have any spies. Given we plan on... we actually want to spend it on the shuttle fleet, maybe. So that will also accelerate a bit our development there. Is that shuttle fleet worth it? I think it is. I think it could be useful for us. Alright, so we will go with Dune the Desert Planet, I feel like, because signaturing has obviously more agent icons that we could use. Spy Smuggler, not sure we would want to use the agent effect, but let's see once we're there. Anyways, right now it's definitely this play, and I think we go for a shuttle fleet. It's a bit too late for the Solari impact, but it can still help for a Menta every round if we want. I mean, from next round onwards, but overall. And I think we can also go for the spies here instead of Solari. Actually would allow us to potentially do the spy smuggler, and power play should or could then be used for a steal potentially. So let's do it, and we need to be a bit quicker here. Could have gone for flagship actually, that's... Oh no, hopefully it won't use our finesse. Okay, we just managed to end our turn right on time. It's just a bit of a shame that we don't have any faction access, given that we have like 4 cards in our deck that allows us to go there, yet we didn't draw a single one, because I kinda want water, and right now that's a bit the weakness of our setup, is we have no access to Siege Tab and no access to Steel Suit, so basically we have to live without water unless we do a finesse to get that point. Oh, we could do that. Spy Smugglers gets us that right back. Why not? Kinda like that play. Especially Finesse does not have much value as a combat card. I feel like the 2 daggers is not... I mean, it can, maybe famous last words, it could be game changing. Obviously sometimes it's really like almost nothing that decides the game, but I feel like most of the time it won't change much. So let's rather use it when we see value in it, rather than hope for potential future use. Troop transports, absolutely not interested in that. Way too late, and the only way I see it valuable is when you can pick it up, let's say around 3, and you see from here that you can at least spam it twice before anyone even like contests your space, and then you can start seeing some value in it, being able to use it 3-4 times in total during the game is where I see more value in it. Obviously, there are some situational plays where it can make more sense than others, but overall, I think it is a bit of an overrated deck, to be fair. So then let's pick up some water. And our garrison allows us to send in maybe 2 troops for now. I mean, is it even worth it, 2 troops? Why not? Yeah, let's go for 3 actually. Because 2 is a bit the middle of nothing, we would still be third quite far, and here we could have a shot, potentially. Depending where we send our signaturing. We could use it for a Menta actually. Or a Dreadnought as well, if we don't really want to insist on the conflict. Detonation devices does make sense with Vernius for sure, given his affinity for Dreadnoughts. But I feel like it has more value with um, like leaders that have bonuses, let's say, with the Landsrat, especially the strongest. I feel like for that is Leto, because he can pick up a Dreadnought for 33% discount, basically, getting it for 2 Solari instead of 3. But I feel like Ilban can also make sense because he draws a card when when spending Solari on the Landsrat space. So maybe it has more value. But Vernius is also not too bad with it because he obviously has more chances of winning a conflict with a Dreadnought once they acquired it, given the small extra power, let's say. So, what are we doing here then? I feel like Menta could be a good play. Then maybe we still get to play a card for um, faction space. Or, I mean, we could also just fight for it as last player, knowing how much we need to spend in terms of troops. Yeah, that could be... we're 1 short of a Spice-Smith flow. How many liaisons do we have actually now? We have a total of 3. I feel like we can take another one, because now might be the time to trash a convincing argument, and then we basically replace convincing arguments with Arrakis liaison. We could also trash Dune the Desert Planet actually. But yeah, why not? Then we have just like so much persuasion in our deck that we should be in a position to buy at least 1 or 2 Spice-Smith flows in the coming rounds. Oh, that's a Hayliner? At this time, is it to build up his garrison a bit maybe? Or is he really that eager to... He is that eager to gain those 2 bumps. I mean, he has the memo coder, right? So can understand why he wants those bumps, but still it's best case worth 1 VP at the end of the game, whereas in two rounds we basically fight for 2 VPs immediately, and those would be some that are contested, whereas his memo coder, no one else can steal that point if he doesn't have it, no one else has it, so it's not the end of the world. Whereas combat level 3, if you don't have those two VPs, someone else claims them. So I feel like, as our opponent also said it, Vernius, it was probably a bit of a waste to go to Hayliner now. So I think we can go for an intrigue card. At this point, there's not much. Anyways, 8 persuasion is not really bringing us anything valuable. 6 will do as good between Stilgar and power play. I don't mind either. Oh, and that can be interesting. Nothing we want to fight for anymore. The joke is we could actually win it with... Ah no, we don't have the spice, alright. Oh, he's showing Vernius what exactly he intends to do with that little bump here that he gets. Definitely stealing that alliance from him. Gilda card could also be nice. What is he even thinking about? That the spice must flow every day. What does he mean? Let's have a look again at those 4 techs he does have. No, he went for... Well, that helps us, to be fair. Because the spice must flow now would put him in a very good position. So I think we trash Dune the Desert Planet. Let's try to get as much persuasion as we can here. Whereas power play, I'm not sure we bring much value out of it. Because we pretty much already have what we want. Just here 1 bump, but that... I mean, we already have 1 power play. So I don't know, that sounds maybe crazy, but I feel like Gildacort can bring a bit more. Just in terms of potentially going to Hayliner for a discount. We will need to pick up some spice for that though. We have 1 water, so where does it stand with Haga Basin? Ah, it's empty, someone just emptied it. Then again, we could still plan maybe a steal with power play. Let's take it also just to defend ourselves in case. Just to make sure nobody else picks it up and potentially steals our alliance with it, because that would be quite ironical. Okay, so for us, priority is getting to that point will come, not necessarily as a high priority, but we need it for sure. Would put us at 6. Chome shares put us at 7. Trolling Vernius. And then we probably want to get in a position where we can win a double VP conflict next round with the Hayliner. We have a diplomacy here and a false base, so we kind of want to pick up spice. Kind of want to play Web of Power probably as well. Thing is, if Web of Power brings us false space, we cannot play it because I want to make sure we have at least an access to Hayliner. I mean, that is, if we get to gather 6 spice, because I'm not sure we can. Mm. So what is most important? I feel like we have too many objectives right now between chome shares, getting 6 spice for next round, getting maybe a spice must flow. We need to set our priorities. I think getting in a position where we can be close to a hayliner would make sense. So I kind of want to go to great flat. Then again, to get those chome shares, we will need 5 Solari at some point, but I think that can wait for like maybe a round or two, and just once go to shipping back and forth gives us 5 Solari, and that's chome shares for us. Can even wait a bit actually, given our shuttle fleet tech. I think first Dune to Great Flat. Thing is, where do we pick up the 2 missing spies from there? I know it's here, but we don't have any other triangle, and it might be taken by then. We could pick up one from the conflict, actually. Maybe we even deploy a unit right now. Not sure. Yeah, let's send one in. Let's see. This actually also gives us 2 Solari, so by early next round we will have chome shares without going to shipping, which is good. Thing is, going to secrets actually yields us 2 intrigue cards, given the little bump we will get here. So we should spend 1 before next round. We could hope that one of the 2 that we pick up is spendable, let's say. Troop transports now is a horrible play, to be fair. Chomerky, kinda like. What are we doing here? Not sure where to play power play, actually. Huh. Let's maybe keep it, because we might draw fall space, in which case between power play, the other power play, and diplomacy, we at least have 3 cards that could go to Hayliner. If we draw both and get our deck remixed, we should still have a good chance of playing a Hayliner next round if we get the missing spices. So a lot of ifs, but right now if it gives us fall space, we could then go to Imperial Basin and get the last missing spice. Okay, we got it. We could spend Water of Life, but I wouldn't want that. And dispatch an envoy. Should we just burn it? Maybe not right now, because I don't think anyone has infiltrate on that unless they spend an entry card. Fair enough if they do. But thing is, if we do Water of Life, we mix our deck as is and then we only have power play. And if we draw power play in those 3 cards, it means next round we won't have any Hayliner access. Why, when he's missing so much with the Emperor, trying to compete here does not make much sense? Especially I have 2 power play, so I go there once and it's over. Not sure. Ah, our spies got taken here, but we could still, I mean, it just costs us 1 more water, but we could still take it. And actually, do we fight for this conflict? Maybe we do. Because it's still 1 victory point. Ah, no, but wait, private army costs us the spies we need for next round's Hayliner. So we don't. Should we just burn dispatch and envoy then? Ah, wait, no, we can use Water of Life now. Brings us to 3 spies. Here we get to 5. Here we just need to make sure we get 1 spice out of the conflict. And then dispatch an envoy allows us to go to Hayliner regardless. So we could do that. Let's try it, I think. Ah, no, wait. Water of Life will need a water, obviously. So maybe we just go to Wealth right now, just to steal that alliance next round, maybe? We could do that. Or force him basically into going there, but that play where I like it as well is it will give us enough for a Menta and Chome shares basically. We could actually spend it now to make sure we have it, and it builds up our garrison a bit. Let's do it that way. I know that means we don't have the spies for Hayliner next round. At least not first thing, but we might still be able to get there. Now this has 1 persuasion, so Water of Life, I'm just trying to assess if we would be in a good position to get to a Spice Must Flow this round. Ah, he's trying to steal the alliance here. Well, if he does, fair enough. So we are at 7, knowing what we draw, and then we draw another 2 cards, and we're missing 2 persuasion. We have here 10 persuasion for a total of 7 cards. So yeah, I think it's a bet we should be making. Unless we want to keep that water for a Haga base in next round, which could also be a good play. And maybe just take Gilda card now. Yeah, let's maybe do that. Yeah, otherwise I don't see ourselves taking 2 spies, given Imperial Basin would be the only spot we could get without any water. Yeah, let's do it that way. Ah, we might only need 1 spice actually, given... Oh no, not at all. We wasted that troop. We're not gonna win here. So yeah, let's take Guild Accord. Could also give us a discount. If we draw it now, we basically don't need any more spies, which would be good. So let's not forget Vernius, who has 5 decks by the way now, has a spy satellite, which yields him 1, 2, 3 points there. Baron actually is first, so he could just steal that alliance from us, but if we pick the power play, we would have done good, or we can also take the alliance up there, although it might not be a priority for us right now. Those 2 victory points here definitely are. Alright, he does shipping, so he cannot steal that alliance. Yeah, that forced Menman in protecting his alliance over there. Now, should we first defend the alliance here? Why would he do that now? Makes no sense. Ah, because he again needs to burn an intrigue card. Yeah, maybe he had no other choice. Maybe we should do Web of Power right now. Web of Power, then a signaturing either to Haga base in our Great Flat, and then a Hayliner. Yeah, I like that play. Now, we need to come to secrets, because we cannot spend our spies. We might be in a position to actually spend 1 spice. We do, because both these bases... Let's actually do it, because anyways, there is no way of picking up 2 spies this round. So either we get 3 spies and we can go, or we don't and we can't. So let's make sure we don't waste or don't get stolen. Although I know we are on secrets, but it could happen that someone is on 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 an entry card that can infiltrate, and then getting 1 robbed wouldn't be ideal for us right now. So Guild Accord is good news. Means we actually only need 1 spy, so Imperial Basin could even be enough, but I still feel like Haga Basin obviously would be the right play here. Power play to Wealth would also lock in an alliance here, which could be awesome. But we can't do both. So obviously priority to Guild Accord. So we need 1 spice at least. He's got 1 combat deck, right? Yes, artillery. Okay. Detonation device. So he's still insisting on this, interestingly. There's not much we can do right now, so we'll just let it be. And he can actually, with the smuggling, he would take it from us. I mean, if he does, so be it. We fight for 2 points here. And, I mean, given we would be here after playing Guild Accord, if we get a power play next round again, we would just bring that up there and steal his other alliance. Oh, nice, because Guild Accord has 0 persuasion, we just play 1 with 1 and we can get a Spice Must Flow. So if we don't get that alliance stolen, actually, it could be game. Let's take the Spice. Guild Accord, what is nice with it is it also leaves us 2 spies for a private army. So it's probably best for them that indeed Baron steals that alliance, otherwise it's over. Yeah, he's doing the play. Gonna steal the alliance. Yeah, I mean, as a rule of thumb, if 2 out of 3 of your agents are on the shipping track round 7, you're probably doing something not quite right. I mean, I say that by experience. I also was very attracted to that in all circumstances, but at some point you need to shift your attention from the conflict because we can see it clearly right here. He's got a bit of a garrison, but he can't deploy it if he focuses on non-combat spaces at this stage. But I think it's good for us in the end to have one more round next one. And we have a fall space, we have heavy persuasion here for another Spice Must Flow. Oh, and this one is gone as well. Okay, so the only play we could potentially have in terms of alliance is getting the Spacing Guild one if we draw power play next round. Which we could actually, because we could play Research Station thanks to now the Hayliner bonus here. Pretty confident we win that one, especially with those combat cards here. There's not much. Well, that brings him definitely a bit closer to me with 14 now, but still 1 intrigue card. The most powerful gives 7 daggers basically, so that's 21. Even just our ambush makes it. That I'm a bit more worried about, given he's got 3 intrigue cards. But, I mean, there's low chance he has more daggers than us in his combat cards. But I'd like, if possible, not to have to spend 2 spice on private army and keep it for next round, potentially. Would be good. Okay. That gives us quite a high chance for next round as well. Not having to use any of our combat cards, we're in a very nice position here. Another 2VP conflict. I would have been torn between Research Station and Great Flat, because Great Flat would give us Highliner access. Thing is, we only have one card that can go to either of those, so we can't really use it for Great Flat, hoping for something else, because it's probably 30% chance. We have 3 cards here that allows us to go to Highliner, and we draw it out of 10. So we will rather use a liaison for Research Station as first card, and actually, huh, no, actually we could. No, we have Dispatch and Envoy. Then we should probably use False Space to Great Flat rather. But there are 2 here that have Highliner money, so maybe it's better not to do that. That's where the voice would have been very handy, for instance. You go to Great Flat, get the spice, and you block Highliner for yourself next round. Yeah, so I think it will be Research Station for us and give up on Highliner. The risk is too big. If we get that spice and we can't use it on Highliner, it's just for the bin. But I really hope Vernius can go, because if Baron goes, it becomes a bit more troublesome. I don't want him to win those 2 VPs for sure. Oh, oh wow. We had all 3 coming up right now. Crazy. Gildacard means we can go there regardless of someone being there or not. So we could do False Space too. Alright, awesome. Vernius going is very good news. Yeah, that's a game changer. And we could just do power play to False Space, for instance. Because he's at 16. We could get to 10 by going first to Imperial Basin and then to Highliner. 10 plus ambush, basically 14, because we wouldn't be able to play private army. So it's not really worth it, because we don't win that conflict. But power play to False Space steals an alliance and removes 1 point from our biggest competitor, which I like. Spire doesn't bring him anything. I mean, just an intrigue card, but the garrison is already too big for him to deploy it anyways. The Solar is worse than Spice in terms of tiebreaker, so if he wanted an intrigue card, he should have just gone to Secrets, or I mean, Cartag would have been the best at this stage for him. Yeah, let's go to False Space first, lock in that point, and then we'll play False Space. Guarantees us Spice must flow. Probably gonna just go in the conflict to get 5 spice with an ambush. Maybe even private army. False space to, let's say, Cartag or whatever. Yeah, that puts us in a very good situation. I'm quite confident this game should be ours. Is there even anything? I mean, technically, Baron could have plans within plans that would give him 1 point. Grand Conspiracy wouldn't give him anything. Corner the Market wouldn't give him anything. So yeah, I think Memo Corridor, he's missing too much here. Yeah, I think we're quite good. Vernus is at 6, he could get at 8 basically, or will be at 8 probably. 8, what could he have in terms of endgame? Nothing. I mean, corner the market, if he buys 1 point now at the end of this round, he would be at 10 potentially. Did he play Firm Grip? Ah no, Missionaire Protective to go up, okay. We can't actually even recruit any troop now, just realizing. That's funny. Well, even if we did, we could just get 3 spice out of it. But still funny. Yeah, that was probably not the best for you indeed. Can we actually maybe get to 2 spice must flow? Like, there is no tech for us to do anything. False space to tech negotiation would give us 1 extra plus 1 card drawn. No, there's no way for us to get 2. There's actually nothing we want to do, so I think we just pick up some spice with false space. Given it's a time, it's the only thing we can do right now that improves our chances at winning, funnily, is to get some spice. I mean, we could also have gone for a intrigue card. Oh, we should have actually, would have stolen one. Oh, why did I not see that? We ended up with quite some influence, especially as Armand, and we still ended up trashing most of the rounds, just not last round. And just not the first round, but except that we think, made the most out of it, and we still ended up with, I mean, 3 factions at +4 is heavy. Is a bit inefficient, most likely, but we did what we did. Oh, and actually now we get some spice out of that as well. And we can even trash it for some extra spice now. And water. So we bought 3 spice mist flour? No, 2, okay. So let me just send my usual little ad. Hopefully we can welcome some new subscribers as well. You, if you're still watching and enjoyed the game, or you just have an opinion, just feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. That would really be most important for me. If you could subscribe, it's awesome. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you again around. Let's see how this game ends now. Baron is not that far away. That's a pass, so I guess that should be game indeed for us. Oh yeah, right, detonation devices. I'm always getting tricked by that. I tend to forget it quite easily, so Vernier's picking up quite nicely there. He's gonna end up third though. But yeah, that's a win for us. Awesome. So let's have a quick look at what it means for our rank. Are we getting top 105 again, maybe? Oh no, we just climbed 5 places. That's not very generous. Top 110 though, so we keep going and hopefully 1 or 2 more games and we'll get to that top 100 that we so badly want. Yeah, we have 3 days and 20 hours left, so let's see if we get there. Yeah, I'll keep you in the loop, obviously. Just come back tomorrow and you'll see my next game. And yeah, on Sunday, if you're around, feel free to jump on a live with me. Be glad to interact with you and have a good one. See you. Bye bye.